All right, all right, all right. What do we got? I don't even know what day it is, man. Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Oh, man, thank God. I love these short weeks. I love these short weeks. I think I'm going fishing. All right, so we're looking at ADP tonight, or today rather, at 8:15, which is cool. Gives us some insight into non-farm. Um, I think that's what everybody's looking at, non-farm, and that should affect the market. I'm kind of backing away, just letting this shit get out of the way. um, yeah, I'm watching for good setups, but things are a little whippy, so I just like to trade at the most opportune times. When you're trying to make money, that's usually when you don't make money. So I'm kind of conservative, but I like what I'm seeing. I'm looking at the ES futures right now, and on the daily, you could see this really classic bull flag building. So the trigger on this would be the break of yesterday's high today, and that translates over to the S&P when the S&P opens. If we break yesterday's high today, that triggers the bull flag. Really nice swing trade, and you could probably run that bad boy on up into the 300s. I'm thinking maybe 312 or so. I would not be too surprised if we see that. Um, yeah, I got a few things that coincide over there around 310, 312, a couple of moving averages and things of that nature. So, yeah, look for that. Look for that. That's probably the most exciting thing I see on the charts. Very interesting, man. You got to love this shit. Look at this 240 chart. Yeah, yeah, we had this very aggressive trend of lows right there. And I put a trend line on there last week. And we broke the high and made that run. So yeah, breaking this pivot, we made the run, close the gap, and everything, and then we traded back right back to that trend line. And look how we're hugging that thing. Let's just make it a little bigger. I mean, I just love this. I just love looking at this stuff and seeing how it works. And when you get a feel for that and understanding, you can figure out your support, resistance, your entries, your targets. When you have a feel for how the markets behave or respect trend lines. And, that's what's going on right here. It's just respecting that line, looking to pull up, finding resistance. I mean, if it just ground its way up this line, you could break that pivot high, and stay within that trend right there. So it's just really cool. I mean, there's nothing exciting right here that I would take. You could argue that this is a bear flag, but that was a pretty aggressive pullback, retrace up into it. So I don't know if I'd really look for that to trigger. I'm more watching the daily. And if we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin, I mean, it's just kind of consolidating. You know what? I think it might be a little damaged goods right now. So, yeah, and when I say that, it doesn't mean that it's a wrap. It just means that it's got a little stigma, a couple of black eyes, and people stay away from that stuff. Like whenever anybody gets hurt in an equity, they back off. I remember I had brokers in my firms, even some of the team managers. They get hurt in a tech, and they get hurt in a biotech, and that's it. Yeah, actually, what comes to mind is a Spanish cat. Good friend of mine came from Spain, trained him up, and he used to do it. Oh, that's it. I'm not touching the biotechs anymore. It's crap. It's crap. Meanwhile, yeah, he made money on them for 4 or 5 years. Then he took a beating on one or two, and runs away. But anyway, that's the psychology people have. They get beat in a sector or on a certain company, and then it's taboo. And I think that's what's going on with Bitcoin right now. Everybody got a little beat up, so it's a little taboo, and it's just consolidating. But I think there's a pretty fair price for it right here. Oh, though a lot of guys are calling for all sorts of crashes, but you can't listen to that shit, because you have extremists on both sides. So clouds your judgment. I mean, I was just going through that like last week or something, and eventually you just hear the news and you're like, I'm tired of listening to these motherfuckers. So you just go and do your own homework, and that's what I suggest. I mean, CNBC's like that. Um, I know I say that shit all the time too. Um, but it's like the primary source of news. But you even get that. I mean, Bloomberg's not bad, but I mean, on down days, all you're interviewing is bears and bear extremists. On up days, you're only interviewing bulls and bull extremists. And you sit here, with your panties in a wad because you're like, all right, which way is the market going, and what's the general feel? And basically, your success depends on your confidence in your own homework. And that's it. Don't be afraid of being wrong. And that's why everybody latches onto these gurus, and these bozos sell all this shit over the internet, and everybody buys it, and everybody's looking for the magic indicator, because you don't have the confidence in your own work, and you're afraid to fail. So accept it. You're gonna be wrong. You're gonna be wrong from time to time. Just be right more than you're wrong. You're doing all right. So okay, let's not babble, eh? So interestingly enough, I was looking at the weeklies, man, and we're getting close enough that we can start considering this. BTC weekly, we don't care, right? But look, here's the Dow weekly. What is that showing you? Look at that. That's a flag, dude. I hope we close the week like this. I don't need any big runners. And next week we break that, because, let me tell you something. A weekly bull flag, right? The longer time frame on the chart, the longer the run. So a weekly bull flag, that bitch should give us a nice little run. I mean, we commit. That's a nice swing trade right there. That's a nice setup. I like the momentum. I wish it would be a little bit stronger, but I think I can get in on that. I think I will get in on that. I mean, not that I'm trading the Dow. That's an ETF on the Dow. And here is the Russell showing me the same thing. You know, here is the NASDAQ. That's not a classic flag. I mean, there are better looking flags out there, but still lending itself to the whole theory, right? Like Dow is a really nice looking flag. Russell's a really nice looking flag. The S&P, I would rather a more classic flag, but I'll take it, man. I'll take it. We close a little low. We open a little low next week and then break that bad boy. I'll take it. I'll take it. So, yeah, that's all encouraging. We'll watch that. But, yeah, we've seen nice weekly setups, and it all fall apart, too. I mean, it's nothing until it happens. It's not money in the bank till we close that trade. So, shit could fall apart today. It could fall apart tomorrow. We could retrace all the way down. Anything could happen. But if we close looking like this, I'm going to say something about it. So, all right. Anyway, that's it. Just keep your eye open for non-farm. If you could sit on your hands today, you might want to do it. I mean, or take just the A+ setups, man. It's got to be A+. And if you don't understand what A+ is, I mean, you should have a checklist of criteria that a setup should meet before you take the entry. And if it meets your entire criteria, that's an A+. If it meets, if you can tick off a few boxes, then obviously you downgrade it with every compromise you make on your criteria. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell, man. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like, because obviously nobody's hitting the PayPal. So just keep hitting that like, man. Like me, some comments. We'll talk a little bit. Share the channel. I appreciate all that help. Everybody, be cool, and good luck trading.